You're listening to the Hero's Quest podcast, your source for creating the hero mindset and abandoning the victim mentality. I'm your host and life coach, Tim Holloway. Join me on the quest to unlock your inner hero and take responsibility for your life.
So I watched this video recently. It looked like a college professor, and he had a $20 bill, and he asked his students who would like this $20 bill. And of course, every single hand in the building went up. And then he goes, what if this $20 bill was used to snort cocaine last night? Would you still want this $20 bill? And everybody's hand goes up. He goes, what if I took this $20 bill and I begin to crumble it? And he begins to crumble it, and he starts folding the edges and just creates this ball of a $20 bill. And then he asks, who wants the $20 bill? And everybody's hand still goes up. And he said, no matter what I do to this $20 bill, it's still worth 20. And then he said, so it is with you. No matter what you do with your life and with your body, you may be folded, you may be tattered, you may have used it in some ways that are detrimental to your own health. But at the end of the day, you are still worth what you are worth. And the things that we do not change our inherent self-worth. And the way that we truly discover this is to ask yourself this simple question. How much would I charge for someone to inject a virus that's going to kill me in the next 30 days? How much would I charge? For some, maybe very few might go, you know what, 30 days with a $1 billion, maybe that would be worth my life. And that's a very small percentage of us. Everybody else would go, no, I'm going to pass. Because intuitively, we all know that our life is priceless. Intuitively, we all know the worth and value that we possess. And so I think that we may just be blind of it. We may just be not being able to see it. So I'm 34 years old, and I've been in a marriage for 12 plus years, whatever. Married my high school sweetheart, and things started to turn south. You see, we both were in negative habits and negative mindsets of drinking alcohol every day and just surviving, existing, and coping. When there came a time where I wanted to cut down, where I wanted to become better, and I wanted to manage myself more appropriately, and I began to do that, and she didn't. And so it came to the point where she was approximately cheated on me probably every 3 months, and it went through this process for like a year of forgiving, getting therapy, trying to move on. And it came to a point where my worth, where I literally felt good for nothing and useless. And there was nothing going to change that perception of my worth until I took action and started to believe that I was worthy of greater and better things. And so this is a real life story that you might be in, or that someone you know might find themselves in. And it's going to destroy and eat away at your self-worth, how you value yourself, until you begin to take a stand and until you demand to be treated right. You see, we need to fully understand the power of our attitude towards ourselves. The way we perceive ourselves to be is so important. In fact, you cannot really rise above your own self-perceptions. If you feel like that you are a loser, then you'll do loser things. And so the power of our attitude towards ourselves is so paramount if we want to begin to shift and change and become the person that we long to be. And another thing that must take place is learn to overcome the fear of self-love. You see, worthiness and self-love are tied hand in hand, and they are co-connected together. That I need to take a conscious choice and a decision to begin to love myself more, And this happens by asking yourself this simple question: how would a person who loved themselves lived? If I truly love myself, how would I live? What kind of relationships would I develop? What would I do? And then to begin to actually do those things and to begin to banish and understand this, that you are worthy to love yourself. You are worthy to invest in yourself. And you are worthy to begin to trust your feelings once again. You see, we get these feelings that come to us, and we can either deny those feelings and reject them, or we can begin to grasp, what are these feelings trying to communicate to me at this moment? And I'm telling you that positive thinkers are the worst, because we don't want to feel any negative emotion. We don't want to have any negative thoughts. For example, if you're in a relationship with another person and you're being wronged in some way, some injustice is taking place. It could be as simple as not equaling out the chores, where each person like creates a win-win, right? And so just that simple feelings that prop up when your mate doesn't do such and such. We can deny those feelings. We could stuff those feelings down. We can begin to feel guilty and say, you know what, I shouldn't be thinking so negatively. Instead of actually trusting our feelings and trusting our emotions. We are in the mindset of denying them. For example, I get angry over something, right? And it's a triggered emotion, most likely by an injustice or perceived wrong that I think has happened to me. So instead of dealing with the perceived wrong and asking the person, hey, what did you mean by this? Let's solve this problem. We begin this dialogue in our mind. Well, I shouldn't be angry. Oh, I should think positively. Oh, I shouldn't be so negative. And I'm telling you, no, stop. What needs to take place is the honest assessment of your emotions and understand, why am I feeling this way? Is an injustice taking place? Is there something going on that I'm dissatisfied with and don't like? Because I tell you, if you're having these feelings and thoughts over and over again of dissatisfaction, and you just stuff them and you just stuff them and you just stuff them, there's going to come a point where your dissatisfaction is so much, and because you've never actually communicated your problem, that it's going to come to a big explosion and a big conclusion. So, invest in yourself was yesterday's. Today is know and discover your worth. And we could do this by understanding that there's something inherent value inside of us that does not change. Like literally, just to be born is simply a miracle, that you competed against millions and millions of others just to even be born and to be put on this planet. So you are already a winner. You're already somebody special. And we need to grasp that reality and let it sink in, that my value is priceless. Begin to practice a positive attitude towards yourself. Learn to overcome your fear of self-love. And lastly, begin to trust your feelings and trust your emotions and begin to deal with those, not bury them and not stuff them. Remember today to be a hero. I will be honorable. I will be empowered. I will be resilient. And I will take ownership for my life. In the link below, you'll find the blueprint, the hero's blueprint. Click on the link below. I'd like to give it to you as a free gift. And remember to be your own hero. Join us at wakethehero.com.
Hold up.